Welcome to this module. Here we'll talk about vulnerability management challenges and pitfalls. So, vulnerability management is an entire process. It requires tools, it requires expertise, it requires changes in the IT systems when we apply a patch. It requires research and study. It requires allocation of resource because this actually takes time. It requires a coordination between information security team and between the IT teams. And overall, it requires a policy in the organization and management commitment to enforce and to check that the vulnerability management cycle is actually being conducted and to assess if there is any gap in the vulnerability management from any quarter. If any IT team has not done the remediation or if they are facing any challenge, then they must do a follow-up and they must do a performance management review so that they can take necessary actions at the IT steering committee level, and so that management commitment support is extended out to security team and IT teams. And it's also about tone at the top. What is the culture in the organization? Is top management pushing this, giving it enough priority, and making sure that resources are directed and people are held accountable to conduct vulnerability management. Now, because this is a very involved process and a very critical process, there are obviously challenges and difficulties. And some of those are listed here. Internal expertise on the vulnerability management tool. So normally what we find is that resources are not trained, not enough support from IT teams, vulnerability patching causing application failure or causing unexpected performance degradation, and management support. So first, let's talk about internal expertise on vulnerability management tool. Now, as you can see, the vulnerability management tools like Qualys and Nessus and OpenVAS are very easy to use, and they are non-invasive, so they do not exploit a vulnerability. So they actually don't cause harm. And you can go to a credential scan, which goes more in depth, but that's also non-invasive. So not too much expertise is required. You can create a test bed and monitor the traffic pattern and the impact and the type of report and how long the scan takes and if there is any performance degradation in the test environment. And train the staff, if possible, through proper vendor training so that they have enough knowledge and experience. And in the first place, we should be deploying the right level of resources so that they are competent, knowledgeable, experienced resources who can easily learn how to operate the vulnerability scanner. And then patch small portions of the network first so that there is learning. And if you have 100 switches to scan, first scan just one switch or two switches. If you have 20 servers to scan, first scan just 2 servers or 1 server. Not enough support from IT teams. Now, this is a very common challenge and a common difficulty. So what you can do here is create reports and share among the IT management. And this will help to illustrate and highlight that these are the risks and these need to be fixed by a certain team like the network operations team. Highlight and educate risks to IT management and the board. So you can run the scan and share this report in a very organized and well-presented manner with the management and direct that in a 30-day period, the network operations team should fix these vulnerabilities. And create departmental competition by creating a dashboard and create certain icons for teams who have, and encourage teams who have done remediation on time, and then highlight with a red color perhaps in your dashboard teams who have not done the remediation on time, and share these reports in management. So patching causing application failure. In the test environment, create workarounds or compensating controls. So if in the test environment there's a failure of an application or a degraded performance because you had to enable certain features which were not enabled previously, then you can work on creating a workaround. And this is called a compensating control. You can't do the primary control, but you can do another control which gets the job done, the same type of job done. And test the compensating controls and document the compensating controls and get management sign-off for the compensating controls. And the final one is not enough management support. So what you can do to alleviate or to remove this difficulty is share the reports with management, highlighting recent incidents, which have happened in your geography, which have happened in your industry. For example, if you're in the banking industry, then share breach reports of the same type of industry in your city, and that will create some alarm and it will give you some management support. And share industry-specific or geographically relevant breach reports and create awareness in your management, in your board, and in your teams. And a good way to do this is by sending different IT teams and by senior level people to different trainings. And you can organize and sponsor and create funding inside your organization, get approvals for these trainings, and send people to training. And this helps to create a relationship with IT teams because you're helping to educate them. And another way to do this is to create an awareness campaign in the entire organization. And through this awareness campaign, people become more aware and they also align with you and they're more willing to help you. So these are some of the challenges and the pitfalls and how to avoid them. That's all that we have for this module. Thank you.